Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. It is September and I am preparing for my fall harvest in my garden. Now, I had a bit of a tragic accident last month in my garden. My hose busted and flooded almost my entire garden, and I lost a lot of plants, which is why you haven't seen a video about it in a while. I've actually been so heartbroken about it. I couldn't bring myself to make a video in my garden, but learning process, all is well. I will now be preparing for the fall. So I've got my seeds. I'm going to be planting some of my favorites: cilantro, some green onion, carrots, spinach, and then I will also be doing yellow onion, salad bowl lettuce, and kale. Now, this is my first time ever doing this salad bowl lettuce. I've never seeded this before, so I'm hoping I have good results with it. Everything else I seeded last year and everything came up beautifully, so I'm hoping for the same results, but we shall see. I have my tags ready, and I'm going to get my mixture together so I can get these in the ground. So I'm going to be doing some bone meal, gypsum, and fertilizer all mixed together, and I'm going to go till the ground in the back and get all these seeds in the ground. And today I'm just going to be direct sowing them into the ground. I did not prepare seedlings to go in, and so I'm actually going to be starting some seedlings for things that can be planted next month inside in the next day or two. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so what I have done is measured out 4 cups of this Western Organics gypsum. This fertilizer I did 2 cups, and then the bone meal I did 1 cup. And it is all in this bowl. I'm going to mix it all together once I get to the back and spread it throughout my whole garden area. So I'm going to show you a bit of the damage that took place before I get started. 2 of my larger tomato plants dwindled down to nothing and lost most of their fullness and foliage. I did, however, have 2 small little tomato plants offer themselves up during this process, which was a bit of a saving grace. My cucumber plants suffered the most. I cut them back dramatically to see if they can be saved and see if they will grow back. My sweet potato plants are still doing great. I did pull one of them up out of the ground. The potatoes were really small, so I decided to let the other 3 still cook a little bit longer and see if I can grow them a little bit larger. I did pull my bell pepper plant out of my garden bed and put it in a pot so that I could make room for more of the lettuce that I am seeding. So right now I am just lightly tilling this soil. I don't want to go too deep because I still have some mature plants that are around this space, like these tomatoes and the cucumber that I cut back. And I don't want to dig too deep to disturb the root system for those plants that are currently already existing. So I will be posting on the screen vegetables and herbs that you can plant and sow directly right now for the month of September in Arizona, or if you are also in Zone 9. The reason I decided to leave the tomato plants and the cucumber is because both of those can actually be seeded in September. I'm not sure if my existing ones are going to recover, but I figured I could just leave them in there and see if I can in fact end up producing from them in the fall. And I noticed that they are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. I do have some green leaves on there now, whereas before they were all yellowed out and then brown. So I'm hopeful that because I do see some new green growth, that maybe they will recover through the fall season. So as you have seen, I went ahead and sprinkled my mixture on the soil, and now I have just smoothed it all back in place and mixed it together. So I am just going to pat everything down quickly and start preparing to drop my seeds. So in this space that I am preparing, I'm actually preparing this for kale. My kids love kale, and I wanted to put this in a place that would be easily accessible for them to just come up and pick pieces off. So I am going to be planting these about 1/4 of an inch deep. I am digging my hole, and I will be putting them about 10 inches apart. I'm going to do 2 rows of this in hopes that I can end up with about 10 full kale plants that I can pick off of and eat off of during the fall season. So I am dropping 2 to 3 seeds within each hole. If all the seeds do end up germinating and sprouting, what I'll do is wait for the plants to get about 1 inch tall and wait for them to have 2 sets of leaves, and then I'll start to thin them out so that each individual kale plant can grow to its fullest potential. So now I'm just lightly pushing the dirt back into the hole and gently tapping the top of it. So I'm going to do the same thing that you saw me do on this end, down on the other end. I'm going to till it first, put my mixture in, and then lay my seeds according to the instructions that are on the packet. So in this bed, I am planting 2 different types of onion, the yellow onion and then green onion. So you can see that I am spacing these rather closely together, and that is because green onion only needs to be spaced about 3 inches apart. So I have just finished seeding everything. I'm going to give both beds some water, and most of what I seeded today takes about 10 days to germinate. So I'm going to check back with you then so that you can see the progress and see if I have any seedlings that have sprouted. So I hope this video has helped you to know what to plant for the month of September if you are in Arizona or Zone 9B. If it has, please like, subscribe, and share. Click on that notification bell. I will be checking in with you guys in about 10 days to see how the seedlings are doing. So until I see you next time, stay safe, God bless you, and may your life and your garden produce good fruit. Bye.